Hey everyone, this is Handy Mandy, and this week we're going to be doing some do-it-yourself jewelry. I did a bracelet a couple weeks ago made out of a zipper, so I will put the link below to that video. And this week we're going to be doing ones with some hex nuts. So you can get this pack of 100 at Canadian Tire or your home hardware. This was $4.99, and they're 3/16 inches. You're going to need some, this is the cotton household twill. I got this at the dollar store. It has its own blade on the top too if you need it. But I do recommend getting some scissors anyways. That was about $1. Get these at the dollar store. And you can secure it in two different ways, or just leave it alone, because sometimes, depending on how well you do it, you don't need to secure it. Grab either a tape, or in my case, I think I'm going to use this, because every time I was doing it, the tape would just buckle and everything would come loose, and I had to rip it off and put it underneath and stick it back on again, and it's just annoying. So because one end needs a hook anyways, I'm going to put it down one end and hook this onto the side of the table, so then if I pull it, it's not going to come loose. So let's get started. So you want to take your cotton twill, and as you can see, I measured it from holding it between my thumb and my index finger, and I took it all the way to my elbow. So that's the length I'm going to do. So I did one, and I used that for reference, and I did this one, which is two of these, but I left one side undone so that we could use it as a hook. So let me move everything out of the way so we can get started. Alright. So because we have this hook right here, let me untwist this because that can be problematic. I am going to take a hex nut. If I open this bad boy up. What I'm going to do is go like this, just to get the diameter. I'm going to pinch this, and I'm going to tie it around right there. Of course, this thing is being a pain in the butt. Even though I'm using this to secure it, you can use tape and tape off the edges, because this twill stuff tends to unravel and it is a pain in the tuchus. Oh my gosh, this thing just... Alright. So just knot it around. Now this must be in the butt. Alright. Now just do it loosely. Put this back on again and move the knot up right beside it. There you go. Tighten this knot as much as you can. And this excess you're going to put down. And we're going to knot this thread around it, so that way it's facing down and it'll be covered when you go to braid it. So now that I've knotted it a couple times, I'm going to cut off this excess. A little bit more. And now I'm going to take this edge, put it on my cord, and I'm going to start braiding. Alright, so braiding with 3 strands, you're going to use your index and your middle finger on both hands. One side you're going to have 2, the other side you're going to have 1. And every time you cross the outer side one, so because this side has 2, I'm crossing this over to my index finger. I'm crossing the index. And notice how I switched this. As soon as I cross that one over, I'm going to switch my fingers and always keep this one free to receive, and this one, your middle finger to receive from the other end, and your index finger is to cross over. So my index finger is crossing over, and I'm switching. And I'm going to make sure that these are really, really nice and tight, because I know I tried yesterday, and this is what it turned out like. It looks all wrinkled and, well, not wrinkled, but I mean it's all loose because I did not do it tight enough, and it does not look how it is in the Pinterest picture, which I will put below. So just keep braiding really, really tight. Keep the rest of the strands untangled. So now that we've gone about a thumb's length, or you can go even further, you can go to like between your first and your second knuckle in between if you want a little bit longer. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stagger it. I'm going to put more on the left side and start the right side a little bit later, and so they're kind of going to be shifted. So I'm going to pinch these two so that they don't become loose. Take this opportunity to put some tape on the edges, because trust me, it will be a pain in the butt to thread these if these start unraveling and everything. So twist in the direction, and let's put some tape on here and roll them nice and tight. The tighter the better. Pinch. Thread. Push it up. Cross it over. It's so important to have everything tight, because trust me, it will be a pain in the butt if you don't. Always use your fingers to pinch the braid so nothing starts twisting around. The weight of these little hex nuts will throw everything around, so you have to make sure to pinch it and keep it orientated so then it doesn't become a jumbled mess, because that happened to me several times. So notice how I've got 2 strands, and I'm counting to make sure that I have 2 strands again. So that way the spacing is the same. make sure it's a good nice length. You're going to end up knotting this and adding extra length because we're going to be using one of these hex nuts as a closure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it's nice and tight. I'm going to knot it with all 3 strands. Take this tape off of one end because it's really short. Rule of thumb, always make it extra long just in case. Alright, there's my tape. I'm going to thread a hex nut through all 3 strands. There's 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to do a knot. Of course, that one is extremely short, so this could be tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these long ones, knot around the others, and now that one is going to be paired with the other one. I'm going to use the other one. So I'm going to cut off that excess. And there we go. There's my bracelet. Give you a little close-up look. So, these are silver. You can get some at the store that are possibly gold, but I didn't see any, so this is what it looks like.